welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Megan. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you are not new, thank you guys again for coming back to watch another video. So for today's look, I decided to recreate makeup on Mila Kunis for the Billboard Awards. Can we assess this gorgeousness right here? Smoky, silvery, black cat eye was just stunning. So when I saw that, I was like, this needs to happen. I am filming this immediately. So if you guys want to see how I recreated her look, then please keep watching. And like the video if you are interested to see how it turns out. Don't forget to subscribe also if you've not already. All right, let's get started with this look. As you can see, I already prepped the face with foundation and I already completed one of the eyes. So I'm gonna show you guys how to achieve this gorgeous smoky cat eye that Mila Kunis wore to the Billboard Awards. And yeah, let's get started. So I wanna create a base on the eye to lay down that eyeshadow and really intensify it. So I didn't have any sort of cream base to use, so I just picked up my MAC Eye Kohl eyeliner. This is in the shade Feline. It's just a black eyeliner, and I just started to kind of lightly do a wash over my eyelid. And you don't have to be super precise because we're gonna buff it out with our finger. And just try to blend it as good as you can so it's not patchy. All right, so now that I have laid down that nice base for the shadow, I'm picking up the Perception palette by Shayla and Colourpop because the colors in here are perfect for this look. So I'm using these two shades right here, which is kind of a darker black with kind of touches of blue sparkle. And this is a nice shade of gray with a little bit of reflect in it as well. To top it off, I'm using another shadow as well from Colourpop. But to begin, I'm just taking a flat eyeshadow brush, picking up the shade Stallion, which is super pigmented. If you guys have not used these shadows yet, they are so pigmented and the color payoff is insane. So I'm just going to start to pack that on the lid. Oh, you guys, I completely forgot to do my crease. It's okay though, we can make this work. I'm gonna pick up the shade Culture, which is just a warm transition shade. And I'm taking a Morphe M433 brush. Just being careful not to rub out that dark shade. In the photo, you couldn't really tell what the crease looked like because she has bangs. So I'm just kind of guessing what the crease would have looked like. Picking up that brush again that I used to pack the color on, I'm just gonna create the wing. So just taking the edge of the brush and just drawing that corner out. And then I'm going to just lightly fill it in. And don't worry about being super precise because we're gonna clean it up with a makeup wipe to make sure that the line is just perfect. All right, and then taking a Morphe B83 brush, I'm going into that gray shade. And to intensify the shadow, I'm gonna spray it with Fix Plus and then pack it onto the lid. And this is just going to add that gray smokiness to the eyeshadow. Not going out into the wing because we want to keep that nice and bold and dark. Picking up the Dream Street palette from Colourpop and Kathleen Lights, I am going into this shade Kaleidoscope, which is a really pretty kind of silvery shade with reflex of like silver and green and blue in it. It's very beautiful. So I'm just going to take that with my finger and I'm going to pack that over the lid to add that really subtle silvery reflect. Pencil brush, I'm going into that same shade. I'm going to lightly add that to the inner corner area for just a pop of highlight. And then in that corner, I want to intensify it just a touch more. So picking up that brush I used earlier with the Stallion shade, I'm just cleaning up that corner a little bit and adding a little bit more of that shade, blending it in. All right, now let's clean up that wing with a makeup wipe. Now I want to add some concealer to the under eyes, and then we will complete the rest of the eyes after the face. I'm going to pick up this Colourpop Concealer in the shade Light 02 and just apply that to the under eyes. And also allow us to kind of clean up that wing and make it look really nice and precise. Taking this fluffy concealer brush, I'm just going to blend that concealer in to the skin. And being careful not to ruin that wing, I'm just going to try to clean that up a bit. I'm just going to blend that foundation into the concealer just to make sure it's nice and blended. And then I'm going to take my Mercier translucent setting powder with a Morphe sponge, and I'm just going to set the under eye. Right, and then I filled in the brows off camera just because I didn't want to bore you guys with that, but I kept them kind of light today. I didn't go crazy and fill them in too harsh. The eye is so bold that I wanted to keep the brows kind of natural and wispy looking. Dust away this powder now on my under eye. I'm going to go into the Hoola bronzer by Benefit with a fluffy Luxie blush brush. I'm going to keep it minimal, but just give the skin just a little bit of color. Let's complete the eyes. So I'm going to pick up that brush I used earlier to pack on that really pretty dark black shade. I'm going to take a little bit of that Stallion shade again, dust off the excess, and I'm just going to pack that on the under eye. I don't want any fallout, so I'm just lightly stamping that into the lash line, trying to merge those corners together. Then I'm going to pick up that gray shade as well and just stamp that over the top. Picking up that pencil brush we used earlier for that Kaleidoscope Silver shade, I'm going to pick some of that shade up again and then spray it with some Fix Plus to really intensify the color. And I'm going to pop that into the corner and then right along that lower lash line where it meets with that inner corner. I'm going to pick up that white shade Unbothered just to add just a little bit more highlight on that inner corner. Now taking my MAC Feline Eye Kohl, I'm going to line the lower waterline. And in the corners of the wing, I'm going to try to buff out the color just a touch. So I'm just going to lightly kind of try to buff that out, make it look more soft. All right, I think the lashes and the mascara is really going to complete this look. Before I add those off camera, let's add a little bit of blush. In the picture, she kept it very soft and like almost a baby pink blush. This e.l.f. blush I think will be the perfect shade. It's just a really light baby pink shade. It does not have a name, unfortunately, but it is super pigmented, so I mean, look at how much product it picked up. So I'm just gonna dust off the excess and then lightly apply that to the apples of the cheeks. I'm going to pop off the camera and apply the lashes and mascara, and then we'll complete the look. So for today's look, I used the Ardell Wispy Lashes just to add a little bit of fullness to the lashes. And I also used the Bad Gal Bang mascara. So for the lips, she kept it very pretty and feminine with kind of a pink nude lip. So that is what I'm going to attempt today. I'm going to pick up this Quickie lipstick by Shayla and Colourpop. It's just the perfect nude, honestly. I love it. If you guys have been watching my tutorials recently, I use it in every video. But it's just a perfect shade of nude pink. So I'm going to just fill in the lips. I'm not going to use a lip liner, lip gloss. I'm just going to keep it nice and matte. Didn't see any sort of highlighter on her face, so I'm going to skip the highlighter this time, but I'm going to set the face with MAC Fix Plus to complete the look. Alright you guys, this is the completed look. This was honestly not too difficult of a smoky eye to do, and I think this is such a pretty look for any sort of like going out or maybe an event of some sort, even like a really cute date night look if you're going out to a nice dinner. I love Mila Kunis. She is gorgeous and beautiful, and anytime I see any sort of posts of her that has her makeup done, I'm just like swooning over it because she's so gorgeous. Her eyes are just like bam. They just really are intense and beautiful for any sort of eyeshadow look. So I had so much fun creating this look today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video if you loved the look and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click the notification bell and be notified when I post new videos each week. I love you guys and have a fabulous week. I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Love you guys.